believe that personal privacy is being sacrificed in our haste for digital technologies. And that's really unfortunate. What we're very good at in Australia is the ability to regulate scenarios. So we have strong privacy legislation. And I believe that the regulatory framework that we have here in Australia would allow us to create privacy and high-performing systems.
We all need to be engaged in the conversation about exactly how, where, and where it should not be in our lives. And so it's really important, just as with the first industrial revolution, the workers, as well as the people choosing the technology, get to make the choices as to how it's used and how it's not used.
Human-centered AI is really important, partly because of the risks that come with AI. So really it needs to be including humans in the loop. Even when AI goes agentic and it's actually starting to automate workflows end to end, you still need to have humans who are actually overseeing the task that the AI is doing. This can't be a top-down exercise. It really needs to come from the teams who will actually be using the AI solutions.
At this point in time right now, agentic AI is an incredibly important discussion to be a part of. But what's next is going to be really interesting, because I don't think that we can sit here and think we can stand still. How do we get people comfortable with the pace of change that's happening around agentic AI? Because it will continue to evolve.
To overcome that fear barrier that a lot of Australians feel around artificial intelligence, it really is fear of the unknown. And so actually making those technologies more accessible so that they can be more knowable, and for people to be prepared to have public debate over, how these are used in society and whether they're ways that we agree with, is extremely important.
We adopted mobile phones faster than pretty much any other country on the planet. But there are significant concerns. Repeated surveys show that Australians are the most concerned nation about AI. If you look into the details of those surveys, I think the cause tends to be people are concerned about the impact it's going to have on their jobs.
We are going to see the launch of new industries, new organizations, new capabilities, new innovations that will fundamentally transform society, from education, from healthcare, from financial services. I'm hoping we can live in a more egalitarian, equal society where every single human being has the capability and capacity to drive change should they wish to do so. And I think that's the promise of technology.
I spend a lot of time talking to politicians about what we should be doing, applying existing law, as well as thinking up perhaps new law that will deal with the new risks that AI is also introducing. Probably the country that's leading the way in regulating AI is Europe. Its new EU AI Act has just come into force and is setting a standard, a benchmark for all of us, and I can expect we will have some similar sorts of regulation quite soon here in Australia.
I think if we start from the position that no one particular company will own this agenda, it's actually an agenda that needs the conversation around it of where it goes next. There needs to be a forum to discuss the opportunity around not only agentic AI, but responsible AI, secure AI, and where's the future of AI moving as well.
So we need transparency. We need explainability. We need to be able to trust the systems that are in place, knowing that the ethical considerations have been built into the design and the deployment of those systems, that they simply haven't been bolted on as an afterthought. We need to ensure we are removing any form of bias along the way, particularly for our most vulnerable citizens.